Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC here. We're out here at the Avon Park Field. If you hear the gunfire in the background, that's because we're next door to the gun range and they're killing those evil targets over there. All right, out in front of you here is the plane that's probably the most nearest and dearest to my heart. The plane that I consider to be the reason, one of the biggest reasons I got into this hobby as of late, is the Parkzone Sport Cub S2. This is the plane I attribute to teaching me how to fly a 4-channel plane. Now we got a decent breeze off the southwest, which is basically behind me, which of course is cross runway. Now I do not have the flaps installed in this plane. I do have it in the Sport Cub S2 by Parkzone, which is the same plane. It's just a different color. So if you have one of these old Parkzone Sport Cub S2s and you want to get one again, you can't. But you can buy the Sport Cub or the Carbon Cub S2 by Parkzone. I'm sorry, I misspoke. And it's the same plane as this. Same airframe, everything. All right, we got right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator, right rudder, left rudder, and one crazy pilot. Right now the wind has just died, and let's see how much. Now the only thing on this prop is just a stock prop that came on it. This is the maiden on the NX10. I just bound this plane last night on the NX10. I'm slowly going through the process of binding my planes to the NX10. This is a nice little plane, but like I say, it's the same as the Sport Cub S2. There. It's got plenty of power. It's the same, pretty much the same motor is the Carbon Cub S2. But it's awfully windy. You have to remember, even though you may feel wind, don't feel wind where you're standing, where the plane is exponentially stronger. Every 10 to 15 feet you go up, the stronger the wind is. There. These little cubs like this can just do knife edges all day long. And now this plane, just like the Carbon Cub S2, has the vortex generators on the leading edge of the wings. Now we're going to have to land basically right at me. There we go. All right, but it's a good looking little plane. The only thing I've done, as far as I did the zip tie mod on them skirts, other than that, I've just given her a clear coat of the polyacrylic Minwax. Let's get out here and actually take off into the wind, because like I say, the wind is basically, I'm now taking off into the wind now. And so you can see it's a lot more controlled. See, these little cubs, you can knife edge them all day long. And that red and white really shows up real well against that sun. And they'll fly inverted for you, no problem. And like I say, everything I'm doing with this Sport Cub S2, you can do with the Carbon Cub S2. Because it's the same plane, I think it's the same motor even. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But now I'm not landing with the wind, I'm kind of landing against the wind right now. So keep that in mind. Whoa, all right. There we go. Just have a little bit of fun with her. And you're saying, well, you're not out on the runway like you normally are. Well, I'm not the only pilot today. There's actually other people, other club members here today. So I've always said, if I'm not the only pilot here, then I don't go out on the runway. If I am the only pilot here, then I'll go anywhere I want. I'm running a 2200 3S Spectrum Smart battery in there right now. Just about hover there. This is where you're using wind as your friend. Kind of like
time remaining 1 minute.
Balancing against, as you're walking down the wall and you're unsteady on your feet, you kind of brace yourself on the wall as you go by. Think of it as that way. And all right, see how that wind, now that does have AS3X, that's the only kind of gyro it has, but as you can see, that wind got enough for one more takeoff and landing. All right, let's see if we can't land this time. But yeah, just think of the wind as a, you know, as long as it's constant. Now if it keeps shifting, that's not going to do you no good. But just think of the wind as something that's going to steady you. There we go. All right, yeah, that wind's catching that tail. Up, hey, help me, help me, help me, help me. I'm upside down. That's called taking a bow. Taking a bow with style. Now, no, taking a bow with style would go all the way over. We don't call them nose overs, we call them taking a bow. But before you touch a plane, what do you want to hear?
Motor off.
Motor off, that's right. All right, little buddy, you're gonna go back on your own power though.
Motor on.
All right. Well, folks, thank you for watching. That's Fat Guy Flies RC. That is the old Parkzone Sport Cub S2. Many pilots learn how to fly on this plane. Bye-bye.